Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the next part of the Uber's Road to Top 10. Thank you everybody for all the support on this series, and thank you for the suggestions and things like that. You guys should finally have your typings on the team breakdown, so hopefully that helps some of you that don't know the typings of some of this Pokemon. But yeah, big shout out to Zesty for the team. We're using regular Kyogre, Scarf Kyogre plus Dugtrio. I believe this was suggested. And I'm really excited to use this because I actually really love this. Basically, the idea is you use Ground EMZ Dugtrio with Arena Trap to trap Primal Groudon, allowing you to unleash the monster that is still Kyogre. The only unfortunate side of this type of team is that you're still inherently weak to Primal Kyogre, Xerneas, Palkia, and a whole bunch of other Pokemon, just because using Primal Groudon, not using Primal Groudon is worse for you than using it, but it's fine. Anyway, let's get right to team preview. I'm excited for this episode. So as I mentioned today, we are using Choice Scarf Kyogre, Timid Nature, max speed, max special attack. Water Spout at full HP hits so hard under rain. We have Origin Pulse as our secondary attack when we do get weakened. Ice Beam is there for the dragons, then Thunder is there for opposing water types. Primal Kyogre and Arceus Water are two that come to mind. This Pokemon was once the king of Ubers, I would say. It ruled the Ubers tier, but because of Primal Groudon's existence, it kind of just, took away regular Kyogre's reign. But we do have Dugtrio as the next member of the squad to basically get rid of Primal Groudon. We have to be Adamant Nature to knock out even the bulkiest Primal Groudon with Tectonic Rage, because even a 2% Primal Groudon can stop a full HP Kyogre going for Water Spout with Desolate Land. Obviously, Drizzle doesn't carry over. So Dugtrio's role is to trap Primal Groudon. We have Substitute plus Toxic and Screech. Screech is really good for like bulkier Pokemon, for instance, like Ferrothorn. That might end up going for Leech Seed versus our team, considering you do have a few other Pokemon that do appreciate being leech seeded, but with Screech plus Tectonic Rage, we can deal with that. This might end up working versus support Arceus, depending on what they are, of course. I do think Jolly is a little bit better on Dugtrio, just because even just speed tying with support Arceus makes a lot of sense, and being faster than Lucario and things like that. But Sub Screech is just really good if we're able to get Dugtrio, and we can potentially get behind a sub and throw off a Tectonic Rage. Arena Trap, obviously meaning our opponent cannot switch. Toxic is there to wear down bulky Pokemon. We have Mega Scizor as one of our Pokemon. It's one of our Xerneas answers on the team. We have Superpower to kind of lure Ferrothorn a little bit, weaken it for Kyogre. U-Turn is there because Primal Groudon will be one of the main switch-ins to Scizor. Giratina is another one, of which we do have a Veltal as a pivot for that. But if Primal Groudon does come in on Scizor's U-turn, we go directly out into Dugtrio, outspeeding it and throwing off a Tectonic Rage, knocking it out, freeing up the Kyogre on the squad. Bullet Punch, of course, being there for Xerneas, as I mentioned. A Veltal, defensive Veltal, gives us another Groudon check, gives us an SD Arceus check, gives us an Ultra Necrozma check, and a Necrozma Desk main check as well, with Foul Play plus Sucker Punch. Charty Berry is there for potentially Stone Edge, coming off from SD Arceus Ground. Necrozma, Ultra Necrozma, and Primal Groudon. We have Roost for longevity. Foul Play, obviously, we knock them out with their +2 boost and our Dark Aura boost. Sucker Punch is great for picking off a weakened Necrozma, as well as a boosted one too. And then Toxic is great for opposing a Veltal and just bulky Pokemon in general. Necrozma, or Ultra Necrozma is our next one. But this is kind of two Pokemon. Honestly, I think this Pokemon cheating. This Pokemon is two Pokemon. Alright, because it's Necrozma Dusk Main first, and then it's Ultra Necrozma. And Necrozma Dusk Main is great because it resists Xerneas. And then when it becomes Ultra Necrozma, it gets its super speed boost and buff and everything. It can go that light that burns the sky. We have Outrage, which is a great way of weakening a Veltal, Ho-Oh, and things like that. Sunsteel Strike is great for fairies. And then Photon Geyser is one of our stabs as well. We can choose when to Ultra Burst this Pokemon, like I said, if we need it as like a last-ditch effort check to Xerneas, for instance. We won't Ultra Burst. That way we can take a +2 Moonblast. Let's say they Geomantied after all. We won't have to take that, and then we can go for the Sunsteel Strike in regular form. Obviously with Neural Force, we also get that extra belt boost on our attacks. So that's really cool for Ultra Necrozma. And last but not least, we do have Arceus Ground, because again, a team like this is inherently weak to Groudon in general. We're not using our own Primal Groudon. We're not using something for Necrozma. This is also one of our answers for that as well. It gives us a Defogger. We don't have rocks in this team. That's going to be interesting. I might put rocks on Dugtrio as we're playing, but because we want to get rid of hazards, that way Kyogre stays at full HP, so we can click Water Spout. It makes sense that we don't prioritize hazards. But Ice Beam is there for Veltal, Rayquaza, Judgment, obviously with Earth Plate being boosted. That's the team for today's episode. Let's get right into the battles. Alright guys, so we have our first game now. Hey, have fun. So automatically looking at it, a few things that I know is that Arceus Ground is incredible in this. Ice Beam for Rayquaza, Judgment for Groudon, Necrozma. My Veltal is really good too, being Foul Play for what I'm assuming is an E-Killer, just because this is a more offensive build. Love Kyogre as well in this game. Of course. I mean... I do want to say that I think Arceus Ground just gives me the best overall, right? I can Ice Beam Rayquaza, I can click Judgment, I have Scizor for Xerneas, so I don't have to worry too much about that. My Ultra Cosmo is really good here too, speed tier wise. And the Veltal is just kind of pressured, but it's still really good versus my opponent as well. Lead off with Rayquaza, this is just a free Ice Beam. I'm assuming they're just Focus Sash, if anything else. But nothing on their team really wants to take Ice Beam. Gift to Terra Shell Smash. Agreed, bro. And Como. Como. So, I'm really scared to make the Scizor play, but I'm going to do it just because I can make the Scizor play in U-turn. They may be Toxic plus Z. They could be Ultra Necrozma. If they're Swords Dance, I knock them out with U-turn after anyway. Let's see if they swap, though. They do go for the Atomize. I don't see a reason to not, unless they're like Heat Wave, which I hope they're not. I think they're Weakness Policy. I don't see a reason to not Mega Evolve and just U-turn here. I'll take their attack as they go for Stone Edge and unfortunately miss. I get some beautiful damage off on them. Now, I want to know a little bit about this Pokemon, you know. I want to take it out on a date real quick. See what the hell is going on, bro. How you feeling about this, bro? I don't know why you don't have Prism Armor there. I already knew you had it, not Prism Armor, but... U-turn does 26 to 31. 29, so that's 0 HP, which means I'm sorry. 62 to 74. Beautiful. So, I don't want to go my Veltal just to let it take a hit because I might need that later. After that damage, you could definitely knock him out with Judgment. And Scizor being healthy is really good for Xerneas. Now, again, this is just a Pokemon that's very tough for them to switch into, I feel. Prism Armor, yeah, I still knock you out. Sunsteel Strike doing 42%. Photon Guys are doing around the same. 39, yeah. And Judgment should knock him out. Beautiful. Alright, so we get rid of that Pokemon. Amazing. Always a problem in the end game. Xerneas comes out. I think I have to Judgment once and then sack. Or I can just make the... If they're HP Fire, it's worse for me. I'm just going to make the Necrozma play. Ooh, very nice Rayquaza play right here. So I have a few options. And one of them is going to involve me probably Ultra Bursting. I don't think I'll die to V-Create, just because of my Prism Armor ability. I put Rayquaza on this side. Rayquaza, Uber Dragon Dance. I'm just going to put V-Create, just because. I don't want to outrage them. Because of the fact that if I do, they're going to be able to go Xerneas and probably sweep me. Now I'm going to put Prism Armor on you, and it's going to be annoying to have to do that every time, but okay, 86 to 102%. That's not bad. We're just going to Photon Geyser here, as they turn out to be Life Orb. This is good. Get some nice damage off on them, and if I want to, I can just Ultra Burst here and knock them out. I think that's fair. I really do think that's fair. I don't see a reason not to, actually, at all. Their rocker is definitely Groudon, so beautiful. So we're able to 2-hit KO Rayquaza while outspeeding it. I still have a light that burns the sky in the back that's super threatening. And Marshadow, which is more than likely coming out, I still have a Veltal for. I just have to be really careful about the Xerneas. Xerneas can sweep me if it's HP Fire, as I mentioned. So I'll make the safe and Veltal play. He should Shadow Sneak here, just looking at my team. And we'll Toxic. Toxic deals with Xerneas. Does a little bit of damage to it. Come the hell on, no. This is bad. Because I need that damage. I might just lose if he Geomancies up. As he HP fires and crits me immediately. It's okay. We're just going to Bullet Punch. You can't Geomancy on me, thankfully. And as much as I hate to do this, I think I can Ice Beam through him, so I'm gonna trap him with Dugtrio and Tectonic Ridge. I'm very worried about this Pokemon. Oh, I don't care about him being Scarf. That's actually great for me. We're clicking Tectonic Rage because if that was Geomancy, it would have swept me. Marshadow comes out. I have Arceus Ground to click Judgment. Just gonna click Earthquake here. He can switch if he wants to because he's not actually trapped because of my ability. And what I'm going to do is Toxic, because I'm anticipating this to be a Focus Sash Marshadow, maybe. I ate that relatively well. Beautiful. It's actually not Focus Sash, because it has Rock Tomb. I thought it'd be like an Endeavor set. Now, Groudon is for sure a problem. Arceus Ground doesn't care. I'm just going to make the Kyogre play and spam Ice Beam to weaken him. I don't want to stay in because I do think that my Foul Play is necessary, and if he clicks over, obviously my Drizzle is not, I can't get it up here. I don't mind Toxic either, too much. Again, this is a support set, but like if he gets up rocks, it's okay because a Veltal should be able to live every hit from Arceus, but I just got to get some damage off on Arceus first, which Ice Beam is going to allow me to do, whether it be on Groudon or Arceus. And I think that Necrozma is my best play here. He can knock me out, but then I get in Arceus and I go for Judgment, so it's like a win-win at this point. Judgment picks up a KO. I'm just assuming he's E-Killer. I could be wrong, but I mean, I don't have very much information left on his team. With what happened, like with a crit on Scizor really hurt. I mean, it was 2 KO, so it didn't really matter too much, but just not being able to get rid of Groudon initially is pretty bad, and a Veltal is just a problem as well. I'm going to just assume that that is E-Killer, like I said, so I'm going all in, and I'm defogging here, making sure that my opponent cannot weaken my Yveltal at all. And Marshadow is going to come out. If it is anything besides E-Killer, it sucks, but for me, but it's okay, because I can go Kyogre now. I can go Kyogre, because Kyogre outspeeds Marshadow. I can click Origin Pulse. Yep, that doesn't matter. We do manage to connect. Beautiful. And I think it's E-Killer coming out, as I mentioned. I could be wrong. If it's Arceus Fairy, I probably lost. It's Arceus Electric. Why? Just gonna Foul Play spam. Why is it Arceus Electric? I probably lost to this. I really thought it'd be E-Killer based on his team. Now, I'll live one Judgment from full, but I don't know how much I do to him with Foul Play. Hey! Good game. Hey, alright, we were able to do it. Beautiful. I don't know how much Foul Play does to a Combine variant, but I'm glad I was able. I wanted to mention the amount of pressure. I don't know. We take it. Okay. So, next time I keep Ultra Necrozma, if I see this type of build, I'm okay with winning that game, though. I'm going to pause it, guys, until we find another game. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so we have our next game. Now, again, pretty similar. Arceus Ground is fantastic. For you. Don't know what type of Kyogre this... Kyogre. That's an Arceus type of Kyogre. I don't know what type of sets these are, but we're going to make some... We're going to make some crazy plays. I actually love the Kyogre lead just because Water Spout is very scary versus my opponent. I'm also a big fan of Yveltal because it kind of deals with a lot, yeah, especially that as a lead. So I'll take 2 Oblivion Wings unless he specs, and I do feel like throwing off a taunt is fair. He's Life Orb, okay, cool. Toxic is fair because I'll make my Arceus Ground beat him. Ooh, nice taunt, nice taunt. Necrozma is also really good here. I don't mind making the Arceus Ground play because I'll be able to basically get a fast recover. He unfortunately crits me, which is pretty big. But he's going to take 25%. He doesn't die to Ice Beam, though. Ends up going out to Arceus Water. Now, I don't know if this is Will-O-Wisp or not. Toxic, Will-O-Wisp, Judgment. We're going to make the Kyogre play. Yeah, he is Toxic. Okay. Knowing he's Toxic means that Scizor is relatively safe. Because it means that he can't hard, like, Judgment kill me, basically. I'm assuming it's Toxic, Defog, Ice Beam. I can't Thunder. This is a problem. This Pokemon is a problem. Like, that Pokemon is a problem. I don't care if he... This also, that's really bad, but this also could have been really bad too. What the hell was the sound I made? This also could have been really bad too if he was Judgment in the Rain. I forgot that I'm regular Rain. I'm going to attempt to thaw here with my Scizor because I need it so I don't lose to Xerneas. Even though Ultra Necrozma is absolutely fantastic here. It might actually be my way of breaking through my opponent. Thank you, Scizor, for thawing immediately, bro. I do not see a reason to basically not go out into Arceus here. Lovely. I just want to see how much Ice Beam does from support Arceus to Dugtrio, because it might be interesting, assuming I live it, right? To Toxic him. Yeah, okay, 96 to 113. Alright, so I live that always. Ooh, buddy. I feel like I have to go Arceus Ground. This should definitely be your rocker. And it makes no sense that you give me this when you see what type of Kyogre I have, right? So, I don't think you should give me damage on this Pokemon. I'm going to attempt to U-turn out on that thing as well. We're going to make the Scizor play and U-turn one more time. I don't want to get Toxic, and Ice Beam isn't doing any damage anyway, and U-turn's still doing, you know, some nice damage overall. And we're going to make the Dugtrio play here. He should know that I can Thunder him. He should 100% know I can Thunder him. You're not staying. Poor play, man. That's a poor play. Like, if I Thundered, Arceus Water is gone, and I can get... I don't get that play. I mean, it worked. I can't say much. It worked for my opponent, right? Oh, under Rain, I should be able to take a Heat Wave too, just because of my ability. And because this was rocks on Groudon, I don't mind this too much. If he Ultra Bursts, I'm good. If he SDs, a little bit annoying, but Rock Polish is first. Light that burns the sky thingy is kind of scary. Veltal can check this too. I think I Judgment. I think I live this as well as 88, so... while I'm opening up that door for Lucario, I'm hoping that my Kyogre finishes him off. Yeah, I need to live that. Beautiful. It doesn't matter if he goes for Earthquake here or whatever he goes for. I just Roost as I live that. Oh, beautiful too. I even get a slow U-turn out into my Arceus to recover. So that's such a great turns. I had no reason to Bullet Punch there as I get more out of this turn. I'm going to recover here for sure. As well. He should be going for Toxic. Scizor being useful is nice. How do you beat my Necrozma? Aren't you Defog as your last move? How do you beat my Necrozma? I believe Sunsteel Strike knocks you out too. I risked the speed tie there just because I'm trying to bluff the Veltal out. I want to make sure I knock it out. +2 Sunsteel Strike even knock out a Veltal though? I'm okay with this because I get some damage off him. If it's Geomancy Xerneas, this is bad though. I'm just trying to think like what's my best play. I want to keep you around because you beat Arceus. I think they're just going a Veltal. It does the least. Hey, him taking Life Orb damage is really nice though, I'm gonna be real. Take a little bit more. Alright, so now Sunsteel Strike knocks him out. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. Ice Beam also picks up the KO, so that's really good too. And he doesn't... Like, I'm okay with... Like, Ice Beam definitely KOs a Veltal. I don't care if he goes Arceus Water because I always pivot. And I don't think he can double out to a Veltal. Like, even if he goes Groudon on the Arceus, that's annoying. But at that point, I +2 and I beat... Okay, good. I +2 and I beat him. Not sure why this came out. I think he's playing that he's faster, but he is not. So he gave me that Mon for no reason. Still haven't successfully trapped, by the way, with Groudon. I'm gonna let everybody know that. And it looks like he's not HP Fire on Xerneas. It's either Scarf, which makes sense because no speed control on his team, Or I love how the 2% Arceus was able to come back and wreck him, but like it's either Scarf or I can't or Geomancy, but I doubt it's Geomancy because if he was, he would have still tried to like beat me with Thunder or whatnot. I'm not a big fan of no rocks in this team though. I feel like I don't have very many opportunities as well to get them up. I'm gonna go Jolly on Dugtrio, and I'll Stealth Rock. But then again, I defog them too. But I also feel like I don't get in Kyogre as many times though. I don't know, but just not. Basically, the reason I'm thinking about rocks is because Xerneas can probably live 2 bullet punches, most of them. So rocks will make the difference in that. I'm about to just memento with this Dougie. I'm going full on help. Help me out. So let's support that boy. All right, so we'll pause it, guys, until we find another game. I'll be right back. So I don't know if that's Arceus Dark. Hey, fun. But this looks like Jam Bat. I'm fine. I'll be real. Love my opponent's team, though. Very worried about you as a Pokemon. You have a lot of threats. I'll be real here. Love Kyogre as well. I'm so weak to opposing Kyogre. Like, I'm ridiculously weak. I have to go for a game with Necrozma. That's going to be my way of winning this game, I feel. And Kyogre's the only lead that gives me a good lead matchup versus Ho-Oh, which is incredible versus me. They end up leading off with Arceus Rock. Now, I'm going to make the double out to Dugtrio. If they predict that, they got me. But they make the safe Venusaur play. I can see them Leech Seeding. Arceus Rock makes it a little bit easier considering my Water Spout would be good. Yeah, Leech Seed doesn't matter too much though because Scizor has a slow U-turn. Oh, as they get in Groudon, perfect. Literally what I need. So in an ideal world, I get the roll here with my Dugtrio because I'm no longer Adamant. I went against Adamant here. But in the ideal world, I get this roll versus Groudon. This is amazing because I get to click Water Spout in this game very easily. Hey, okay, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. I could not have asked for a better turn there. Dugtrio finally trapping a Groudon. That means we probably don't have to deal with rocks, now that I think about it. And also, Water Spout is just really good. Arceus Rock plus Ho-Oh. Gonna Toxic the Zygarde. If it's Rest Talk, I have Ice Beam anyway, and I don't want him glaring on Arceus ground switching. Ooh, I'm faster than you as well, so I get to bring out my... Oh, he was trying to beat me down with 1,000 waves. Get to bring out my Arceus here. And just Ice Beam. Now, Ho being toxic is going to be really annoying. Not getting up rocks like on Zygarde kind of sucked. But I don't think 1,000 waves would have mattered much. I would have died eventually. But look at Water Spout and look at his team now. I'm so happy about that. So Veltal's for sure my play. And this always gives me Scizor in a U-turn. I'm okay with Scizor being burnt. Scisor's main role is just to U-turn out to get in my Kyogre and to click Water Spout. That's like its main role here. Always U-turn on Venusaur or whatever it is. Click Water Spout as many times as possible. Oh, that sucks. That's so big. So, Kyogre, I got double crit. Oh my god, on Venusaur. That's amazing. I mean, that sucks for my opponent, but that's amazing for me. That's really big. I don't even need Scizor anymore. Oh, and he's mixed Kyogre too. That's perfect. So, Liquidation coming out. He loses to me clicking Foul Play as well. There's a lot that happened here. I just U-turn that way he can't get in Ho-Oh. I love how his Heavy Rain gets rid of my regular Rain as well. But this is like the match that I love for Kyogre because yeah, it helped a lot. I don't care about the Liquidation, that's going to knock me out. But him showing Earthquake means he's mixed for sure. Ooh, I even get a little bit of chip on him too, which is awesome. And by a little bit, I mean a little bit, my god. Just Foul Play. Arceus Rock comes out. I sack my Mon and I bring out my excuse me. I sack my Mon and I bring out my Kyogre one more time. Oh! I'm back in. Give me a Pokemon. You can go Kyogre and take damage. I think he actually does bring out Kyogre, yeah. A Voltol lives Liquidation. Unfortunately gets a defense drop. We're going to Sucker Punch just because I want to guarantee damage. Oh, nice, nice. That shouldn't matter either because I can literally defog. So that's amazing for this. I don't care about that. I have Ice Beam. I just defog. I don't care about you beating me down. I'm setting up an SD on Kyogre and I'm winning the game with Necrozma, so. Yep. As long as I don't allow anything to come in. That's it. That's the game plan. And there you go. Water Spout should be dead via water. Oh, not dead via Water Spout. My God. Nice. He got his Zygarde for him, but now I get to click Ice Beam. Again, I should be able to SD in front of that Kyogre's face. And Ice Beam is going to do a lot to Zygarde. If he reveals Rest... I want to assume I just win here. Because +2 Outrage is so strong. I want to assume I just win. I could be wrong. But because +2 Outrage is just so strong. There we go, yeah. That should be game. Once this dies, I win the game. Hey, Ultra Necrozma. And what I do here is I actually go hard out into Kyogre and just click Ice Beam. GG. Because it doesn't allow... First off, it's going to be faster than Zygarde. And secondly, it doesn't allow multiple turns of setup and rest. Because I'm pretty sure that's 1,000... Dragon Dance, 1,000 Waves, 1,000 Arrows, Rest as its last move. I don't think it's Glare. Thank you. I don't think it's Glare at all. But, nice. This is the matchup I wanted for Kyogre. I trap a Groudon, I click Water Spout. I obviously crit the Venusaur, which was pretty lucky on my part. I think I would have done around 50% still, though. As you saw, I did 72, so depending, 47, 50% was around the range it would do. But nice, I'm glad we were able to win that one and also show off what the team is supposed to do. And you guys see how much +2 Outrage does to, oh my gosh. But yeah, we'll be right back, guys, with another battle. Alright, guys, so we got a game versus the creator of this team, and unfortunately for Zesty, I have his team too, right here. Alright, so delicious. Oh no, Mewtwo that can kill my my Scizor? Oh, that's amazing. He has one attack on his team that can kill Scizor. I'm going to lead off with Scizor and click U-turn. Like, he literally clicks Judgment on me, does a little bit of damage, and then I'm good. Bro, I just want to tell you, I'm looking at the import. It's the road to top 10. Anyway, he's probably just going to judge me here. Yeah. Delete and W and then over you. I think. We're having like the whole chess match right here, but basically I'm in a situation where I can actually, like, he's gonna judge me here. Does nothing. I get some beautiful damage off on that. That does nothing either. And I can just bring out Kyogre and just click Water Spout. That's like it. That's basically what happens here. And he's in a situation where, okay, are you gonna double out to Groudon? Alright, but then what happens? Then, like, what do you do now? You get what I mean? Like, I could have doubled there. Like, yeah, exactly. He always has to double. I believe I click Judgment here always, as well as he goes probably Mewtwo. If he light screens, I have to get in the Scizor play is, I know that's Scarf, so I think the Scizor play makes the most sense here. That's Sub Coil. That subcoil in that. Oh my god, this is a problem. Sub, Dragon Dance Coil, 1,000 arrows. Did I mess up? Okay, foul play does 53. That's insane how much that does. Yeah, I just keep clicking foul play. I didn't mess up. And he's not going to be able to 2-KO me either. Yeah, so getting rid of Zygarde is a problem for him, not for me. I just go for Roost here. I obviously want to be at full to better help me, but I can't like risk him Dragon Dancing again. I'd much rather get rid of this potential giant threat. And keeping a Veltal alive even at 4% means that he can't click his moves versus me. Lele comes out. We get an Ultra Necrozma because Ultra Necrozma does not care about his team at all. Yeah, I feel like I just do that. Dude, he gave me nice terrain. So, like, I know what he's going to do here. I'm just going to tell you guys what I think. If I'm Zesty, what I do. I go out into Arceus Dark on the Primal, and then I go out into Lele on the Outrage, right? But as long as I have Scizor alive, I basically can beat this Pokemon no matter what. But I don't care if he makes that play. Yeah, exactly. I go out to that. Then I go out to Lele after that. None of that matters to me, though, because I will just switch. Like, it's a situation where, yeah, this is really cool. Like, I could have outraged immediately to stop this, but it's no difference because I get rid of Arceus Dark. And he's forced to go Lele to revenge kill me. Or Deoxys, that works too. For now, I bring out Scizor. And I just roost. Like, I roost and U-turn safely. And if he goes for Light Screen or something to not... Like, basically, he can't beat this team. He can't. I have probably the perfect matchup. If he doubles out to Groudon, it dies. If he stays in the Light Screen, I go Dugtrio and I get up Rocks. He's also put himself in a situation where I can just click up a KO here, too, with Foul Play. But I'm actually going to Roost... No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. I didn't think he'd go hard Deoxys. Ice Beam is his play, not Psycho Boost. I'm surprised he gave me this. Arceus Ground beats Groudon. I love how the presence of Dugtrio stops him. I need to keep this thing alive for Mewtwo. As annoying as it is, I feel like I sacked Dugtrio here. I should have foul played. But now I'm in a situation where I can just click Ice Beam. Knock him out. I beat Mewtwo with my... Like, I don't think... Like, he's fighting... I know what he's going to do. Very surprised that came out. Very surprised that came out there. I need damage on that, too. I'm just going to Ice Beam again, in fact. Like, if he's going to predict Scizor anyway, I'll 2-KO you, and I'll get rid of this giant threat. I did not 2-KO. Come on, man. Ah. I can't. I actually can U-turn because I have an Yveltal, but that's really big. Thaw, my friend. That's super big. Like very, very, very bad for me. But he loses them on the Judgment now because everything is weak. So yeah, he literally loses them on the Judgment. Sucks that my Scizor is basically gone, but that's okay. Because I have Ice Beam to knock out Deoxys. And that really sucks. But as long as I have my... Basically, as long as Psychic Terrain is gone, which it will end before Yveltal... I should have foul played. I should have foul played on that turn instead of roosting. But I thought that like if he was able to get up rocks, it'd still be better for me. Regular Kyogre is still good here. The reason why I'm not playing very aggressive, by the way, is because I think that it's far more likely for me to choke if I end up being aggressive than do what I do. Get what I mean? Like, he's going to go Deoxys. I'm going to sack the Frozen Scizor. I'm going to get out my Kyogre. I'm going to Psychic here. Excuse me, I'm going to Ice Beam here. Because Ice Beam definitely knocks out Deoxys. And it does a good chunk to Groudon as well. Now, if I'm him, I double out into Deoxys to try and make the play. This is a little bit of a choke, but I think he has to double right here. Yep, to Deoxys to try and pick the KO. So I made that play right there just to deny that. That's the only turn that I felt like it was necessary for me to predict. That was literally the only turn where it felt necessary for me to predict. And I am at 12%, so I can just sack this. Getting you. Click Judgment. And I click Judgment twice on Mewtwo and I win the game. Don't think I die right here. I'm an Arceus. Oh, he froze me again. Nice. Good game. I know he's... You gonna outplay me? You better outplay all 8 of them. He about to outplay all 8 of them. I'm clicking Sucker Punch every single time. I feel like he's gonna give it to me though. Like, I feel like he's gonna attack immediately. Dude, I really made it so like I win the game without having to go to a Sucker Punch war. And then I got frozen. There's 1. There's 2. Hey. Well played, by the way. He definitely played it well. I just made the Deoxys. Yeah, you had to make that. Otherwise, you give up on mine. One hard ground in. Nice. That was so like again. That's the only turn that I would say that I had to. I didn't have to predict, but that's the only turn where I felt comfortable predicting. Enjoy the team. And yeah, it was really fun. But yeah, so just a few things to note. This one was a really good matchup on my part, but I think Zesty played it super well. We're at 15-20 now, which is awesome. We're at 15-20 now, which is really cool. Let's see where that is on the ladder itself. Ubers. I don't think it's anywhere in top 10 because I know that they're pretty high. Yeah, they're pretty high up in the ladder. No, okay, 15-20. That's 1561. All right, so almost top 500, which is pretty cool. On our way. But yeah, this was a really, really fun episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. LO No Pound. I know it was you who asked for it, but I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Ended up going undefeated. Kyogre didn't do so much in every game, but the games where Kyogre did something, it was great. I think it's really cool to see the pressure as well of Duck Trio. As you can see, my opponent was really scared. Like, in some cases, I could have actually stacked Scizor, and obviously, Zesty also got the double freeze on me, so that got really, scary for me because it also opened up the door for me. But opened up a door for him to win by making it come down to Sucker Punch wars, right? That's what I was trying to avoid. I don't like a situation where I can lose the game because I flipped the coin and I called heads and it went tails, right? I don't like situations like that. I don't want to be in that because at the end of the day, that's not skill. That's luck. That's straight up luck. I don't like 50-50s, period, man. I try to play it so I don't have to have 50-50s. Now, that Deoxys play, it was arguably a 50-50, but there was 2 things that came out of it. One, I lived Preston's Blades, as you guys saw, and 2, that was the turn that I felt like he had, based on the way he'd been playing, and also based on like what would happen if I got in my Arceus and I clicked Judgment. I could pick up KOs by just doing that, right? And with his lack of terrain to protect him from Sucker Punch, as long as Deoxys was gone, I was good. But I mean, it was at the same time it was a little bit risky. Maybe I should have foul played initially with a Veltal. I don't know what was the better thing. I thought Roos was a little bit better. I also thought, like on the Lele, had he ever went for Light Screen again, I knew it was Choice Scarf. I could have trapped him with Doug Trio. Rocks also could have been cool with Doug Trio as well. But I felt like at a point where Doug Trio was just a liability for me, right? Like I needed the other members of my team in order to win. I do hope you guys all enjoyed though. As I've been doing, I started it Sunday, I believe, but I'm starting in Iraq when it's to the top. It's different than the usual to the tops I did last year, but it's going to be stream exclusive. So if you want to come through, it's going to be on Twitch, and I'll probably be streaming it later today. Just be on the lookout for that. But thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Goodbye, my friends. And like, where's the stop recording button? Here it is. Leave a like, man. It helps me out too. And feel free to leave some suggestions as well. As you guys can see, I've been doing or using what you guys want. So goodbye, my friends.